that when it feels scary to jump, Ian, that is exactly when you jump. Otherwise, you end up staying in the same place your whole life. And that I can't do.
You know, my father used to say, whatever you do it 100%. When you work, work. When you laugh, laugh. When you eat like it's your last meal.
I said it before and I'll say it again. Life moves pretty fast. You don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it.
Without pain, without sacrifice, we would have nothing.
Why do we force? So that we can learn to pick ourselves up.
The hardest choices require the strongest wills.
It is not our abilities that show what we truly are. It is our choices.
Yous are embarrassing yourself here, lads. Kids stab, girls shoot, boys punch, grown-ups fight with their heads. That's where the real battle is. Up here, in the grave.
And Dr. Carter had a tear in his eye. I could tell he felt for me. And he said, son, I'm sorry to say you're not going to box again. And I looked at him. I said, no, Dr. Carter, you're wrong. I am going to box again. You see, you don't understand what kind of man I am.
But you know, happiness can be found even in the darkest of times. If one only remembers to turn on the light.
All right, I'll give it a try.
No. Try not. Do. Or do not. There is no try.
And why are you doing that, Tommy?
To remind myself what I'd be if I wasn't who I am.
You want to make security guard, you got to lose weight, you got to test in 1 week. Now, you asked me to help you, but if you're not willing to apply yourself...
Yeah.
Hey. Progress, not perfection.
If you're good at something, never do it for free.
Winners don't make excuses when the other side plays the game.
Every galaxy I've traveled, all you species are the same. You all think you're the center of the universe. You have no idea.
But the one thing they love more than a hero is to see a hero fail, fall, die trying. In spite of everything you've done for them, there is no good and evil. There is only power. And those too weak to seek it.
You want to protect the world, but you don't want it to change. How is humanity saved if it's not allowed to evolve?
Life is this. I like this.
The odds were stacked against me. I won anyway. Because I win.
You won because Edward Darby came forward. You got lucky.
Guys like you always think other people get lucky. I don't get lucky. I make my own luck.
In their last moments, people show you who they really are.
You're all a bunch of You know why? You don't have the guts to be what you want to be.
You spend time with your family?
Sure I do.
Good. Because a man who doesn't spend time with his family can never be a real man.
Why are we here? Someone, tell me why we're here. To make a car. To make the best car. To make the greatest car the world has ever seen. As strong as Hercules, as beautiful as Sophia, when it must be ready for Geneva. It's not impossible until we fail. If we fail searching for greatness.
You either die a hero, or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
Oh, you think darkness is your ally? You merely adopted the dark. I was born in it, molded by it.
You could not live with your own failure. Where did that bring you? Back to me. Look at all those people down there. They follow the rules for what? They're letting fear lead them.
What happens if I don't?
Life's simple. You make choices and you don't look back.
The trouble with loyalty to a cause is that the cause will always betray you.
Oh, I see. Under new management. So it's your fault.
No, it wasn't me. It wasn't.
First rule of leadership. Everything
everything is your fault.
And what you really fear is inside your soul. You fear your own power. You fear your anger, the drive to do great or terrible things. Now, you must journey inwards.
Mike, you don't come to Las Vegas and talk to a man like Mo Green like that!
Fredo, you're my older brother, and I love you. But don't ever take sides with anyone against the family again.
I guess it comes down to a simple choice, really. Get busy living, or get busy dying.
That they may take our lives, but they'll never take our freedom!
There's never been peace without first a great suffering. The greater the suffering, the greater the peace.
When you lose your money, you lose nothing. When you lose your health, you lose something. When you lose your character, you lose everything.
I have experience and patience. A man can do anything if he has those.
In every moment, there is the possibility of a better future. But you people won't believe it. And because you won't believe it, you won't do what is necessary to make it a reality. So you dwell on this terrible future and you resign yourselves to it. For one reason, because that future doesn't ask anything of you today.
If you're using half your concentration to look normal, then you're only half paying attention to whatever else you're doing. Just pointing out something that could save your life. You want society to accept you, but you can't even accept yourself.
And as long as there are those that remember what was, there will always be those that are unable to accept what can be.
You're a Connors student. Tells me you're brilliant. He also tells me you're lazy.
Trying to do better.
Well, being brilliant's not enough, young man. You have to work hard. Intelligence is not a privilege, it's a gift. And you use it for the good of mankind.
Are you behind on your credit card bills? Good, pick up the phone and start dialing. Is your landlord ready to evict you? Good, pick up the phone and start dialing. Does your girlfriend think you're a worthless loser? Good, pick up the phone and start dialing. I want you to deal with your problems.
Pain or damage don't end the world, or despair, or f***ing beatings. The world ends when you're dead. Until then, you got more punishment in store. Stand it like a man, and give some back.
A man with no motive is a man no one suspects. But always keep your foes confused. If they don't know who you are or what you want, they can't know what you plan to do next.
Your story may not have such a happy beginning, but that doesn't make you who you are. It is the rest of your story. Who you choose to be.
You need to be a gangster. You need to be a killer, Lil Yummy, huh? You need them. Okay, if that's what you want, if that's what makes you feel like a man, then be a real man. Come on, gangster. 5 pounds of pressure, that's all it takes. 5 pounds of pressure, that's all it takes. You got a choice. You got talent. You got a chance, and I want to hear about your environment and what your mama didn't give you and the white man won't give you no shot. You got a chance. Use it while you're still alive. You don't know what death is. You have no idea what death is. Make a decision.
Hey, Towers, what's your honesty parameter?
90%.
90%.
Absolute honesty isn't always the most diplomatic, nor the safest form of communication with emotional beings.
Okay.
That's it? You're not gonna offer to buy every painting in here so I can close up early? I think I actually tried that once.
A woman that can be bought isn't worth having.
Louis, a moment of pain is worth a lifetime of glory. You remember that.